Hello everyone, hope you are doing good. So, first question, what are humans designed to eat? So, this is a question everyone has their own opinion. Let's go back into history and find out if we can find out what we are actually designed to eat. So, based on different which happened until today, we are under the assumption that we have come from monkeys. So and then maybe we have come from chimpanzees. So let's deep dive and check the anatomy of monkeys, anatomy of humans, anatomy of chimpanzees, and see if there are any matching patterns between them and us to get some conclusion regarding this. Okay, so let's get into ChatGPT, because ChatGPT is till date is the advanced tool that we have to deep dive into anything. So why I'm going with ChatGPT is because it's not biased, because if we walk through any website, the knowledge is just constrained to those authors who have written on that particular website. But ChatGPT is the whole collection of all databases. So I think this is the best way to approach. So let's get into ChatGPT. So the first question I've asked ChatGPT is, when did which evolve first? Is it monkeys or chimpanzees? So what it says is monkeys like baboons, langurs, capuchins, etc., and chimpanzees are both primates, but they belong to different branches. The primate family tree split a long time ago. Around 40 to 45 million years ago, monkeys diverged from the lineage that would later lead to apes. Okay, so monkeys have come first, maybe 40 to 45 million years ago. Later, apes came into picture, which includes gorillas, gibbons, orangutans, chimpanzees, bonobos, and humans. Okay, so and chimpanzees are apes, not monkeys. They share a more recent common ancestor with humans. Okay, so we can say that from this output that monkeys have evolved first and later came chimpanzees. Okay, now let's ask the next question. What's the difference in anatomy between monkeys and chimpanzees? I just want to talk about the internal organs like the stomach, intestines, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, and teeth structure. Let's talk about stomach. Okay, stomach, it has a simple stomach. Both of them have a simple stomach, more adapted to fruit heavy diet and occasional meat and insects. I remember chimpanzees trying to eat ants, so that makes sense. And even monkeys try to eat ants. I've seen that, but they don't mention anything about that here. That's fine. And monkeys have sacculated stomach with chambers to help ferment leaves, a bit of cows, but less complex. Okay, so I think even monkeys are used to eating leaves in that case. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, intestines. Monkeys, fruit and insect eating monkeys have relatively shorter guts. Herbivorous monkeys, leaf eaters, tend to have longer intestines and sometimes enlarged sisa or colon for fermentation. Chimpanzees' intestinal length is intermediate, adapted for mixed diet, fruits, leaves, and occasional meat. Okay, liver. This is the most important thing. Both monkeys and chimpanzees have similar liver structures. Functionally, both livers handle detoxification, glycogen storage, and fat metabolism. No major structural differences. But chimpanzees, like humans, rely more on liver processing of fruit, sugars, and occasional animal proteins, while leaf eating rely on fermentation elsewhere. Okay. Gallbladder, present in both monkeys and chimpanzees, functions the same, release bile for fat digestion. Some highly folivorous leaf-eating animals have less reliance on fat digestion, but the gallbladder itself is similar, structurally similar. Pancreas. In both monkeys and chimpanzees, the pancreas produces insulin, digestive enzymes, and hormones. Not much structural difference. Fruit-eating primates depend on pancreatics enzymes. Leaf-eater, fermentation in stomach, less pancreatic workload for fibers. Okay. Teeth structure, like humans and apes. 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Old world monkeys, new world monkeys. Teeth often show specialization for diet. Same dental formula. I don't understand these jargons, so let's leave them. Very large canine teeth for display and defense. This is important. Some have larger canines. This is for monkeys. Very large canine teeth for display and defense. Dental structure closest to humans than to monkeys. If you see here, the canine teeth are larger in size to display and for defense. Okay, that's good. Okay. Yeah, so they've given a table format. Looks good. Stomach, always simple. No fermentation happening. Variable length, longer in leaf eaters. Okay. So intermediate gear for fruit and mixed diet. Standard primate liver, similar to humans. Present, similar. Okay. Now the next question comes. So you can see that chimpanzees are more fruit eaters, less leaf eaters, and they have occasionally have meat, right? Now let's compare in table with similar differences, similar comparables between chimpanzees, Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Homo sapiens. Okay, yeah, this is the main important thing I want to discuss. Okay, chimpanzee. See, this is a table with chimpanzees, Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Homo sapiens. Let's compare the stomach. Simple stomach, fruit adapted, occasional meat. Simple stomach, still largely plant-based, but with more meat, insects than chimps. Okay, so Homo habilis started eating more meat than chimpanzees. Homo erectus, more reliance on cooked food, less fiber. See, this is the most important thing. Homo erectus, more reliance on cooked food. So I think this is a part of evolution, you can say. Large intestines, larger proportion fermentation of fiber, small intestines smaller. Still relatively large colon, shift towards more small intestine for energy dense food. Okay, further reduced colon, expanded small intestine, reflecting cooked foods, higher energy diet. You see, when there is a shift from Homo habilis to Homo erectus. After continuously eating for almost 100,000 years or more, there is a complete shift with expanded small intestine, and which reflects cooked food, higher energy diets. Okay, and Homo sapiens optimized for cooked high energy foods, small intestine. Liver, standard primate liver, metabolizes fruit sugars and occasional proteins, slightly larger relative size, more protein processing as diet diversified. You see, if there is more fat intake in the diet, there should be liver processing more fat, so it needs a bigger capacity which processes fats. That's the reason you can see the liver size increased. And when moving from Homo habilis to Homo erectus, still the liver increased even more, larger, adapted to high protein and cooked diet. And then Homo sapiens, very efficient liver metabolism for fats, proteins, alcohol, highly adapted to varied diets, even to alcohol. And that's interesting. Gallbladder, bile for fat digestion, not heavily emphasized, low fat diet. There's no, because it's all chimpanzees, they don't have fat anywhere to eat. Increasingly important with meat consumption, gallbladder, yeah. So the significance of gallbladder increased later. Stronger role in fat digestion with meat cooked diet. This is in Homo erectus. Vital for fat heavy diets, Homo sapiens. Pancreas produces enzymes for fruit sugars, more enzymes for protein digestion, insulin control developing with higher starch intake. More developed, adapting to starch and cooked foods. Highly efficient, strong amylase production. See, even the starch intake also has increased. So you can say humans are like a mix of both meat, fat, and also cooked starch foods. Teeth structure. Larger projecting canines in chimpanzees. Thick enamel for tougher foods. Molars larger, canines smaller canines than chimps. Reduced canines, small canines. You see, the significance of canines has gone down in all these things, all this evolution part. Jaw, strong jaw muscles, lesser than chimps, still strong. Smaller jaws, very flat face, small jaws. See, the jaw line has decreased. So from these analysis, from evolution perspective, you can see monkeys, chimpanzees, Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Homo sapiens. You can see that the anatomy changed because we started eating cooked meat. So, and then we are now in Homo sapiens, and now this is a question to all the researchers who say that humans are designed to eat only raw food or vegetarian food. This is, I think this is definitely wrong, because if there is no option for chimpanzees to eat occasional meats, what would happen? For the next 100,000 years, they would still be eating the same fruits and everything, and maybe there might be different species which might have evolved from there if they don't touch the meat. And we might see a different species now. My argument is that if the chimpanzees didn't have occasional meat, the next batch, which is Homo habilis, would not have the same exposure to meat. You can see the meat consumption just increase from chimpanzees to Homo habilis to Homo erectus with cooked meat. And so the evolution of human brain, human body structure, it's all dependent on the cooked meat that we have eaten. So imagine in this present generation, if a human doesn't have any meat source and everything and want to depend on vegetarian food, do you think the nutrition is sufficient? No, because they can't depend on a single set of food. They should have, if a human wants to compete with the other human who is eating meat and all the meat foods, a vegetarian person should actually be ready to eat a variety of foods. Like it can be nuts, it can be grains, it can be vegetables, it can be fruits and fermented foods. Even with all these rich sources of food, he can't compete with the person who is exposed to eating all kinds of meats. Why? Because human anatomy itself is designed to process the fats and everything, which are dense foods. So we got used to that kind of dense food, and now suddenly we are saying let's switch to vegetarian. Vegetarian is healthy. Vegetarian digests the food easily. But the question is, you can see in chimpanzees the stomach is a large capacity, and now humans have a smaller stomach capacity. So imagine a person only surviving on fruits. Can he survive? No. Why? Because our stomach capacity is 2 liters or 2.5 liters. And if you eat your stomach full with all the fruits, I know it's easily digestible, but once in 1.5 hour, your stomach is empty. You feel energetic, that's fine. But after 2 hours, you again feel weak. You need to again go for the next batch of foods, dump them into the stomach and wait 2 hours and get the energy. But what happens to chimpanzees? Chimpanzees have a large stomach compared to humans. Let's compare, let's ask ChatGPT, include stomach size in the above differences. Let's see what it gives. Yes. Oh my god, see the difference. Chimpanzees have a stomach of 3 to 4 liters. So it has a capacity, which is now the human capacity is 1.5 to 2.5. See, imagine, it's double the size of a human's capacity. So that's the reason chimpanzees can survive, because they have a bigger stomach capacity, so they can dump more fruits, they can eat more fruits, leaves and everything, and that energy is sufficient for chimpanzees. And the same thing with a smaller stomach capacity. If you want to only survive on fruits, it's not possible. We can't survive on fruits. Within 1 hour we feel empty and we feel like we are hungry and we have to eat again fruits. So we keep on eating. So every 2 hours we feel weak. So say in a day we spend around 15 hours. So in that 15 hours we have to eat almost 6 times. If you want to only depend on fruits, there are some people who only eat fruits. Even now they're called fruitarians. They have a group in Facebook and everywhere, fruitarians. all they does is eat fruits, and if they want the real energy, they have to eat every 2 hours, so which is almost 6 to 7 times they have to eat. And I've seen the culture of fruitarians. What they do is wherever they go, they don't eat any other food outside, so they always bring a bag with full of boxes, and all those boxes have cut fruits. It can be mangoes, fruits like guava, apple, and everything. And vegetables, they depend on carrots, the beetroots, all. And since they can't eat very quickly, what they do is they use these spiralizers, which are you insert the fruit, the carrot or something, put it in spiralizer, and then break it down into spirals, and they bring big boxes, and they always depend on that to eating. Those are fruitarians. So it's really hard to live like a chimpanzee, because even if it's really we spend most of the time only eating if we are chimpanzees. So this is it. So the final conclusion I'm giving is that humans are not designed to eat vegetarian food. We have shifted long ago from vegetarian food to cooked meat eating food. We have the human design itself, because from evolution, since we started eating meat over and over, that's the reason we are in this design. So even our body parts and everything, the liver, the gallbladder, intestines, the stomach size, everything shows the proof for it. Even the teeth, all these show the proof that we are designed to eat meat. I know.
Okay, so
Does
the
it mean we have to
conclusion that I
kill all
want to
the other
give
animals
is
and
that
eat
there might
them?
be some parents,
No.
based on their ethnic background, are not supposed to eat meat, but their kids are eating meat and they feel guilty that, oh, their kids are eating meat. The message for all of them is that you don't have to be guilty of it, because we humans are actually evolved only by eating most of the meat. So you don't have to feel guilty about it. Thank you guys. This is all for now. If you like my video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.